Hello YouTube and welcome back to my channel and happy freaking new year. I cannot believe it is 2025. I cannot believe I'm saying those words. I feel so old. Oh my gosh, and I'm not even that old. Like, how is it 2025? I feel like we just came out of the year that shall not be named 5 years ago. Like that year, like I feel like that just happened yesterday. Anyways, anywho, welcome back to my channel. I figured today, no other better time to sit down and talk about our goals and resolutions for 2025. Now, don't get me wrong and don't scroll away, okay? This is going to be a realistic goal slash resolution. Like, it's going to be a realistic, okay? I ain't over here saying I'm going to lose 20 pounds by next week, okay? It's not doable and it's not obtainable, okay? So we're going to go over my resolutions, tips, and ways to make things obtainable for you guys. Yeah, so let's do that, right? Okay, so what is obtainable? Well, let's go back to math class. It needs to be measurable, okay? And how do we determine that? Well, can you get it done in a certain time period? Like, what's the time period? How do you achieve this goal? Like, those are the things you need to think of, like, when you're planning out a New Year's resolution or slash goal. I'm gonna call them goals and achievements, not really resolutions. So let's just call them our goals for 2025. So for example, me this year, my first and like utmost priority this year is to reconnect and continue to build my faith with God. Like, that is forever like the biggest priority of my life. We all do, but I owe him everything. So my obtainable goal this year is, so what I mean by that is that last year I wasn't really diligent in reading my Bible. I wasn't really diligent in Bible study. So what I did and what I took realistically, knowing my personality and what I can obtain in my day-to-day life and like week to week basis, is that I set a goal of reading my Bible 3 times a day. Or not, I'm sorry, not 3 times a day. I wish I was that good. 3 times a week. Like, that is not a lot. So I obviously know that I can obtain this. Last year it was like once, twice a week. So I wanted to change that and continue building 3 times absolute minimum. And that's not just on Sundays. Like, that's 3 other days a week. I can totally do that. I can set out 10 minutes a day to read 1 chapter and 1 story of my Bible. I just can. So for me, that is obtainable. And I'm going to do that every day for 52 weeks, 365. Like, that's just, I need to do that. That's to me an obtainable goal. I can totally do that. So again, for you, like, you guys could totally do that. So it could be a fitness goal. It could be a reading goal. I want to read 10 pages a day, 10 words a day, whatever. Like, make it physically obtainable too. So that would be my suggestion to where to get started if you haven't come up with any. So obviously that resolution was super easy for me. It was just, okay, I said I wasn't going to say that. Sorry, my bad. Goal. So, check that one. Got it planned out, when I'm going to do it. So we're good there. My next set of goals and achievements were a little bit difficult. So I took my phone, like notes app on my phone, and I started writing out things that I want to accomplish. And I made them into a goal, or want to make them into a goal to make them achievable. So my next thing is really getting my health in order this year. I had 2 babies back to back. I've had a lot of health problems this last year. I had a surgery or procedure done. I was in the hospital. So to me, I really need to get my life back on track with my health. So what did I do there? I wrote that down. Obviously, I have a weight goal, or not necessarily a weight goal. I just want to feel better. I don't feel good, and the weight obviously will come off with that. My goal is to get to the weight I want to get and maintain it. But with that, so how am I going to do that? Obviously food it's an 80-20, lifestyle. You've heard that. My diet needs to change. So obviously I'm not going to cut all of the crap I love out cold turkey. It just doesn't work. It just doesn't work. So my goal is every day, that I have to I do 3 to 5 meals a day. Usually I do 3 meals, 2 snacks, but sometimes I'll make them small meals and do 5 meals, whatever. I digress. Is that I have to pick 2 better options for me. So with like 2 meals. So one meal I would usually like lately I've been doing a lot of sweets with breakfast. That ain't healthy. So instead I would incorporate like I would do like I love pancakes. So I do like maybe a protein pancake instead of doing like just regular sugary syrup. I would maybe cut the syrup out altogether into honey or do organic like maple syrup. So I'm still getting what I want, but I'm changing it and making it a little bit better. You know what I'm saying? So obviously, I also want to incorporate a lot more fruits and vegetables. I do not like veggies. I just don't. I know I'm an adult and I'm saying that. I just don't. I've never have. I'm a super picky eater. So incorporate that. My goal is to incorporate them into meals or even smoothies. That's pretty obtainable for me. So that's the way I'm looking at my health this year. With that, I will have usually a snack or one thing that I can indulge in. So I'm a big ice cream person. If I want to have Dairy Queen, I'm going to do it with no guilt because I set this obtainable goal all day. And you know what? If you don't accomplish it every day, you start again tomorrow. You know? So that's with my health. The other thing is that 3 days a week, I would like to do some sort of exercise, whether that's a YouTube hit video or yoga or sorry. So whether that's lifting, like dumbbell weights, whatever, that is my goal 3 days a week. And I think that's pretty obtainable. I was doing probably 1 day a week, leaving 2025 or 2024. So I think walking into the new year, I totally can make that possible. Besides that, I also want to make sure that I am continually moving my body. So I started this in the end of the last year. I'm walking into 2025 with this same goal. I'm just shifting it a little bit to fit my now needs and goals. So I was walking, I had a goal of 6,000 steps a day. No, that's not a lot. But with me working a 9 to 5 on the computer, I don't have a lot of time in my job where I walk a lot. Yes, the kids are at home, but I'm not like walking back and forth a lot. So I started with 6,000 steps. Now moving into January, I've actually moved that up to 6,500 steps. So I think that's a super reasonable goal. Excuse me. I used to be a pretty physically fit person and active. When I worked at the hospital, 12,000 steps a day was my minimum every day. Which was so easily doable at the hospital. Like I was walking 20,000 steps, like I sneezed and I did that. So my goal is by the end of the year to get back up to 12,000 steps. So with every week, maybe every 2 weeks, I'll bump that up and work my way up to that. Especially we're getting to the summer. So I got to get that summer body ready, you know? So I think that's like those are all super obtainable goals for me. Now you fit that to you. Like if you don't walk anything, like start with 2,000 steps a day or like whatever the case may be, like alter it to you and what you know you're gonna get done, and what you can get done. Ooh, all right, I'm getting a little long-winded. Let's wrap this up so I can get my kids up from a nap anyways. So my next couple goals, if you know me in real life, I am a non-toxic girly or low toxic girly as much as possible. So a couple years ago, I ran into some accounts on TikTok that kind of just opened my eyes to the toxins we have in everything. So I did my own research on it and I decided to start making my own swaps on things. So I did. And I would say for the most part in this household, we are pretty non-toxic and low toxic for like products. So like cleaning products, laundry, my face stuff, hair, body, like lotions, all of that. The kids are completely non-toxic. My husband, I've switched him. So I'm like this year, my goal is to continue to do that. I want to continue buying non-toxic things and I really want to incorporate this into food. Food is a really hard thing for me. Like I said, super picky eater. So I want to continue to make clean swaps there. And I would say like my last like really bad part that I need to switch would be completely is makeup. For the most part, I live an 80-20 life. 80% for the most part, my products are non-toxic, with the exception of my nails. I do religiously weekly. It's just a toxin that's probably going to stay in my life. It makes me happy. Again, 80/20. And then I would say I still have eyeshadow palettes I still use that are toxic, and then eyelashes. So for the most part, pretty non-toxic in my part. Everything else, like all of my face creams, lotions, face wash, all of that's non-toxic. Foundation, for the most part, I have like blushes, highlighters. Like for the most part, I am pretty clean. So I would like to continue with that goal, and I think that's like attainable because it's like something I'm passionate about. I feel like if you have passion, like you're gonna get it done, you know. And then I would say like my last goal for the year is to be super intentional with connections with other humans, specifically starting with me and my family. So I think quality time is it's got to take precedent this year. I feel like with being a busy mom, working full time and having two under two, and just my husband being busy and us trying to get like side hustles to get out of that, like there is no quality time. Like we'll be sitting on the couch 80,000 miles apart. You know what I'm saying? Like you're watching a show or you're on your phones. Like there's no quality time and connection there. So I want to be really intentional with the connections I have with people this year. So that with being with my kids, quality time with them, separately as well. Like they each need to get mom and dad time separately, not always together because they're separate people. So I really want to focus on that this year. And with my husband, like date nights, whether we leave the house or we just put the kids early to bed and we just have that quality time together, and just play a board game or just chat, like whatever the case may be. Like I think those are like super intentional things we can do this year. So I need to talk to my husband about that, but like specifically with us, once a week, we need to like carve out that time. Now it's probably not going to be the same day every week because my husband's work schedule fluctuates a little bit. And then obviously we're busy too, but adapting weekly to make that time, I think is super important. Y'all are probably so sick of listening to me talk, even if you've gotten this far. I do appreciate those that have got this far. So anyways, write down your attainable and realistic goals and achievements you want done this year. Write it down and then figure out how to make it measurable and obtainable, and then get that shit done, dude. Like we can do it. Hold yourself accountable. Get yourself an accountability partner. Mine will be my husband and probably my friends, sisters, like you name it. I'm gonna tell them, they're gonna hold me accountable. And we'll also make this video as that step one. And then oh my God, this coming December, I'll do a follow-up video and see how I did. See what I've changed, what I kept with, what I added. Like, dude, these goals don't need to be set in stone. Like, this isn't the Ten Commandments. This isn't the Constitution. Things can change and alter to your life and how things move along with the year. So with that, I say get to work, get that shit done, and I wish all of you a happy and blessed new year. I hope all your hopes and dreams this year can come true. If not, I hope you find happiness in where you are in life. As always, thank you so much for watching. Please like, share, subscribe, and come back next week for another video. Happy New Year, guys. Bye.